start by introducing yourself, Olchi, and telling us a little bit about your background?
Absolutely. I am a professional, like a leader in the UX design world. I've been in the industry for over 16 years. I started with a startup job where I was learning of everything a little bit. And then for another over 10 years, I was focusing on corporate world, starting as a designer and then merging into more leadership positions. I've been working as a UX design manager and as a designer, and also handling roles where I'm both. I enjoy both sides of it, the hands-on designing, and I enjoy leadership. And I think why I came to your program, because I started kind of struggling which way I want to deviate more. It was difficult for me to make that decision or even self-reflect of what is more important to me. And so I was reaching out for someone from outside to listen and reflect and help me to navigate my career decision.
What were some of the main struggles or frustrations that you were having in the job search, would you say?
I think the main struggles were where I could not fully understand leadership decisions and slight disagreements, or possibly not being able to have clear communication, to the point where I was struggling or self-doubting myself. I think that self-doubt, where I feel like I don't possibly fully fit in, even though I love the leadership, I love the company, I love the product. And I think that's where the challenge was, because I loved everything about it, and yet I felt like I'm not going with the flow, like almost like I am a type of a friction. And if it was a challenge with, let's say, a job, or you clearly don't like something about it, then it's a clear decision, oh, this place is not for me. The challenge came where I like things and I needed help to look into it with someone else and understand what's happening, understand like how to navigate it and which way to lean. But self-doubt is the uncomfortable one, because when you're confident, you can look into it, you can make a decision, but not being confident that what you feel is truly what you feel. Maybe you need to correct something within this position or looking somewhere else. That also was really hard, because there's so much attachment to the current place and so many benefits and opportunities there that that's what makes it difficult.
But tell us about, how did you come across Kieu, and what made you choose working with Kieu out of anybody else that was out there?
I started thinking about a career coach, and entertaining the idea that it would be nice to get an opinion. And I came across of Kieu's profile and advertisement on LinkedIn. And when I read the website, what she wrote about herself, I feel like I'm speaking to a live person. What she wrote about yourself, that spoke to me so well. I feel like I could understand, I could almost feel what she's saying. So I did not hesitate. It felt so natural that I just reached out. It helps that I had a similar situation and she described it, and also that she belongs to UX world, because she has a researcher background, and I thought that because that role is so close to UX that she will understand.
When you got on a call with Kieu, how did that go?
I was looking for how comfortable I feel when we have a conversation. And it was very pleasant, very smooth. Could feel that Kieu understands exactly what I'm saying. As an emotional person, I felt like someone was just like holding me with fuzzy gloves, and I can safely share anything going on.
Was there any fear that came up, or any hesitations that you had when it came to the investment?
Yes, it was a little element of fear, and it definitely was a leap of faith in a way. But what I've learned in my life, that initial feeling, that comfortable communication, I think it was very important to me that she had a PhD in her background, also in psychology, and I would say it paid off. And I like that I can just send any question I have. So, like during the program, I needed help with the resume. I'm amazed, like it feels so supportive.
You literally had 3 sessions with Kieu before landing your dream role, right? So what would you say are specific problems that they helped you solve?
It's just letting go within your mind. For example, I would say it's very difficult when I do this. And we would go and unwind certain things and then make certain conclusions about it. And it all would result, like, kind of unwind an overthinking mind. And start looking at things simpler and start looking at blockers lighter. Okay, if you want, you can do that. You don't have to try so hard when it's hard. Right? So it's just adding a certain lightness to your daily routine. She also used a certain questionnaires where you analyze your personality type and then see how it reflects in professional world. When you identify certain personality traits and you read the description, what they are and how they impact you in day-to-day routine, the awareness itself helps you to deal with it. You can identify it. And when you start looking at this, that it's not the impossible things, but more it's our mind that kind of locks in certain difficult situations. You're able to just kind of let go of that. And I'm experiencing because my personality usually does this. My mind is overthinking, so I feel like I'm not doing a good job, but actually I might be doing an excellent job. He also made me talk to a couple of my previous co-workers and get their feedback. And it was absolutely wonderful and helped me to navigate and said, I'll support you. And all of these little conversations helped me just to see that my mind just got a little stuck. And when you're unstuck, you have more confidence to reach out to people, maybe to take action and unwind that complexity into more like actionable lists. So all these conversations definitely came back as a support for me in my journey. It was a very positive kind of leap.
How would you say this has impacted your confidence and mindset?
After sessions with Kieu, I just feel okay with being myself. Because like I said, when you stuck in certain difficult situations, when you start having self-doubt, it is a strange place because it doesn't give you enough confidence to move forward. It doesn't give you enough confidence just to feel positive about yourself. And it's a difficult place to resolve things. So after sessions with her, I was not looking for a different position. I was just looking on finding my own peace where I'm at and refocus on what I really want. Not getting spin into something that doesn't work for me. So the intention was to start focusing on creating a more positive environment for myself where I'm at. And then the other opportunities, they just unfolded. I do build a connection between my working with Kieu and the new opportunity. When the opportunity arose, I was not hesitating. I was in a state of mind that something is shifting. I was so optimistic. I said, yes, I want to. And then after that, I was just confident that I'm moving in the right direction.
When you first started working with Kieu, how long had you actively been looking for a new role?
I was exploring the idea because we always sometimes looking what's out there. So I was just more looking into jobs on LinkedIn, but I must say I wasn't ready to even rewrite a resume or reach out. And I think during working with Kieu, I think that mind shifted. And I think it gave me confidence.
So a huge congratulations to you because you've literally landed a role in 3 sessions, but not only any role, this was exactly what you were looking for as well, right? Tell us how you're feeling about that.
It still feels a little bit surreal because I put in my mind something where I wanted to be and what kind of leadership and culture I was looking for. And I must say that I did not hunt after it, right? It just came, and my former manager reached out to me, who I absolutely loved working with. And the culture of this company is also exactly what I was looking for. They're very much family oriented, very good flexible hours. It's remote. I thought maybe this is the right direction, but there was no doubt in my mind. And it's exactly what I was longing for.
Amazing. And for anybody watching this, what would you say to them if they're having any doubts?
First, it's always leap of faith. If it resonates with you, it will work. You might land a position of dream, but definitely will have a different way of looking at things, a different way of recognizing certain patterns within yourself. I always felt like you giving a gift to yourself. Like for me, it was a pure joy. And I felt like it's almost like sets a positive momentum. You just go fully in, and it's just your portal into next place in your professional journey. And leaving every session, I felt just a little bit more like excited and positive and hopeful. And that was just what I needed to just feeling unblocked and keep making new decisions in my career.
Is there anything else you'd like to share about your experience, Olchi?
It was a really fun journey. And I did not know what to expect, but just meeting with Kieu and having conversations with her, it's just so pleasant and so easy. And you can ask any questions, and the response is always very rich and interesting. Yeah, so just overall, I enjoy, I feel nurtured, and I feel more confident. And I recommend this to anyone.